Hey YouTube, there are certain Pokemon that I like using like once or twice per season. I mentioned in my Ultra League video once that I like using Armored Mewtwo once or twice per season. I like using Surfetch once or twice per season. And I like using Zangoose in the Great League once or twice per season. And this is, I think, probably the first time I used it. If you've never used Zangoose, uh, very glassy, but it hits very hard. Shadow Claw, nice fast move. Again, non-stab, same type of attack bonus. Night Slash, not a good move on Zangoose. It's mostly just like hope you boost, but just kind of like a whatever move. Close combat is where your sort of bread and butter is. So that is why I paired it. It's a very glossy team. Swampert, Venusaur, but the plan is basically just to try and grab shields with Swampert and Venusaur and just have a shield left for Zangoose so he close combat and win. But let's see it in action. I guess in a zoom roll, this is like a neutral-ish lead. I'm probably going to just stay in here, throw the Earthquake, try and grab a shield. It'll be interesting to see if I shield or if I just take this with Venusaur. Yeah, that's not surprising. Like when you're running a team like this, you have to let your Pokemon do what they're supposed to do. And Swampert and Venusaur are supposed to get shields, and Zangoose is supposed to have a shield left so it can boom, right? I parry the team. Does the team make sense? Not really. You're gonna have problems with like Altaria, and you'll have problems with trying to think what else you have fires with. Like just generally flyers you're gonna have trouble with. Uh, I will shield this one because I did grab a shield already from Sableye, so they're down to the 0. So this will probably take out. I could stay in here, or I'm gonna maybe bank a move. This is probably not a good Zangoose one, because basically what I'm doing is Venusaur has to sweep here as my only win condition. So not the best showcase of Zangoose. You'll get a Night Slash there, no boost. I'll see if I go close combat. Close combat will take this out from this range. So you know what? Okay, not bad. We got a Night Slash. We got a close combat to boom. They're gonna have to throw, or else I'm gonna take. I was about to say, I'll take them out with a Night Slash. It's okay. Venusaur not even needed. Sableye lead, neutral-ish lead. If you go Hydro and they don't shield, it's a bad matchup for Sableye, for Swampert. So once they let that go, I mean, I could win the zeros. I could live this and win the zeros, so I may do that. Yeah, I'm gonna see if they are gonna throw or just try and farm like CMP maybe. Or if I get the farm down, no. So that's fine. Coming Zangoose, probably gonna shield. Yeah, getting head on energy, but shielding. They go for the return. I think they're only gonna get one move anyway, so that's probably why they went for their turn. But I'm a Zangoose. I'm gonna shield everything. I got a ton of energy, so let's see what they come in with. Venusaur. So this is where Night Slash, again, not a good move, but it's a Shadow Venusaur and I'm a Zangoose. So it's probably still going to do like, I was going to say 50%, but not quite. But with your attack heaviness, getting to win CMP here, I think. Yeah, I won CMP against Venusaur, which is a Shadow Venusaur, right? So it's just like, yeah, quite an attack heavy Pokemon. Out comes the Stance Slash. Oh, you are not going to like this. This is going to boom. Goodbye, A Slash. And now I got the Venusaur on Venusaur. Frenzy will take it out from this range. I will not be taking it with the Sludge Bomb. I think I'd probably go to Sludge Bomb, but I can just Frenzy from this range. Swampert against another Sableye. Again, we'll play this out. Let's see if I played out the exact same. Well, it looks like they were one claw behind there. But yeah, I'm assuming I'll play it the same. I can't imagine why I played any differently. So there's one shield. I'm going to shield back. I don't need to shield back, especially if I want to try and play it how I should. Now I gotta, yeah, I'm gonna lose this game. What am I doing? I'm gonna lose this game. I don't even care what's in the back. I'm playing this terribly. You cannot play this the way I'm playing it. I'm doing the exact opposite of what I said you need to do in the intro. And if you do that and you don't stick to your game plan, it's gonna cost you. And I bet you I lose this game. I mean, we both are down to the zeros. I lose the twos. I can now get ahead with Zangoose. But again, if I don't get a good matchup here, where I can throw like close combat, like if they come in with a Medi or something, Lantern, I'll try and get the Venusaur on it. Now they got this on it. I'll get a couple, I'll get one Sludge, but then Claws are resisted, and then Night Slash won't take out even after the Sludge. And then the Lantern's going to take me out because I have no shields, right? So this game's a loss. You can't, if you got a game plan, you got to stick to it, right? I got to like boost with the Night Slash here to have a chance, but I don't think it's going to happen. If you're going to build a team and have a strategy in mind with the team, you need to follow through that strategy, because if you don't and you adjust, that's where trouble starts. I mentioned that, like, I posted a video yesterday about Shadow Swampert and Shadow Charizard, and how in the Ultra League, like, I use it with Crest, but Crest absorbs everything. Like, you need to, if you're going to use a strategy where some Pokemon are in the matchup to hit hard, some are there, need shields, you need to follow through with that plan. So this is going to be a Psycho Boost. This one I'm going to shield because I do have a ton of energy, so because I think I can get because I'll have switch advantage and I'll have so this matchup has happened multiple times. It happened to me. I have like 8 matchups here, and I think this happened 2 or 3 times. And basically, I assume that, but all 2 or 3 times, I assume that the safe swap was a Lickitung, where my Claws would be resisted, but their Licks would be resisted, and I get to a close combat, and I should be able to beat it. And multiple times, I just ran into the triple counter team. Defense Deoxys, Vigoroth, Obstagoon. So when you run into a triple counter team with Zangoose, you're going to lose. I remember running into this triple counter team like 3 times, and I'm just like, what is happening here? So I'm going to lose this one too. But don't instant swap. Like, that's, I call people when they submit battles, I call people constantly for that. Like, you need to take the second to see what Pokemon comes in, to see what move some of these Pokemon have. I mentioned if you're against a Lantern on the lead, wait a second to see if it's a Spark or Water Gun. If you're against a Ninetales, wait to see if it's Charm or Powder Snow. On a safe swap with a normal typing, it's probably Lickitung, could be Double, could be Vigoroth. Like, you gotta be smart like that. That was not smart. Hypno. Not great. The only good news is that I hate these 2 versus 4 matchup versus confusion, because you can only time it on the like 1, 3, 5, 7, but you're still letting them get two like turns worth of energy, but there's nothing you can do about that. You hope for CMP, but if you don't do that, if you do that improperly, they're going to get 4 turns worth through. So it's not worth it. Confusions are adding up. This is a punch, but punches will still hurt Zangoose. Let's see if I can farm down all the way. I can, which is nice. But again, look at the damage that I've taken. And unfortunately, all that, and I'm screwed, right? Because all that damage, all that energy that I have with Night Slash Combat is useless on an Azumarill. So this one's gonna be another loss. I didn't, like, don't use Zangoose. I just use it because I hit Legend and I was messing around in like the 2400 range, hoping for a boost here multiple times. I remember not getting the boost much at all. Like, I have 2 Night Slashes, so I'm hoping like maybe 1 boost and I can close combat, but it did not come. Okay, Defense Deoxys. Is this another triple counter team? Perhaps. I remember running into multiple. I remember making the same mistake multiple times too. So if they do come in with, is this the exact same matchup, or is this just going to be the exact same? They safe swap. Nope, safe swap Umbreon this time. So Umbreon is tricky. You know what? So I think the Hydro there is a mistake. mistake. I think I probably should have just come Venusaur right away and worked on the frenzies, because I'm still going to need 2 frenzies from this range. How much does a frenzy plant versus a hydro cannon do to an Umbreon? Both non-shadow. Umbreon. So let's start with the Venusaur. So Venusaur Frenzy does 34.8%, 54 damage to an Umbreon, so I'm still going to need 3. And then a Hydro does... what did I say? 34.8? 28.4, right? So that's not surprising. So I guess it makes sense now. It's two Frenzies and a Hydro. So I guess it kind of made sense. I'd still probably need 2 Frenzies anyways. I mean 3 Frenzies anyways. Because I don't think that the Vine Whips would have added up on an Umbreon. Actually, they would have. I just put in a sim. This probably doesn't maximize stat product though. Just give me 1 sec here. Maximize the Umbreon stat product. I want to see if you need the 3rd. You do need the 3rd with maximum stat product. So with the maximum stat product for Umbreon, you need a 3rd Frenzy. Without maximum stat product, if it's like a higher attack, if it's like a 9 attack with like 10 defense or something like that, I think you get away with 2 Frenzies. You do. You take it out in 2. So that is where, do IVs matter? In certain matchup, yes. That's a prime example of where IV matters. If you had a higher attack Umbreon, I can just go 2 Frenzy Plants on a Venusaur. If you have sort of the rank 1 optimized, low attack, high defense and stamina, it would take 3 Frenzies from the Venusaur to take you out. So yes, it just does matter. Although I didn't optimize Venusaurs either. Although mine's not optimized. I have a 4 attack here. So I think for the most part, you're going to get try-hard teams. Like I said, my Ultra League teams that I did are going to be try-hard teams. Because those are like testing good Pokemon, double, Verizon, Capalian, Umbreon, Pidgeot stuff. So those are like try-hard Ultra League teams. I imagine that the people that submitted battles were like try-hard Great League teams. And I think Ultra League teams too. So we'll just showcase those over the week and see where we can go from there. I'll get 1 Frenzy off here. I'm expecting a shield, obviously. But how much energy do I have left? Good counting, going right before the 2nd Frenzy. How much energy do I have on this Swampert? A lot. I will get to the Earthquake. 75-ish% left. Probably 1-shots? Yeah. And now can I mud-shot down? Tied. We tie the matchup. Trevenant going straight Zangoose. Drapion comes in, which is not bad. I can probably live a crunch, and if I do, it's probably barely. Like, just to give you stat products of how glassy Zangoose is, I think I'm going to flip it, though, because I think that a close combat basically one-shots this, and I'm going to get 2 off before. So, I'm either going to grab both shields or take this out and flip switch. So, I'll grab both shields. That in itself is a win. So Zangoose's, oh my god. Zangoose's stat product. Let me just put in Drapion to see if I would be able to one-shot with close combat anyways. Zangoose's stat product, for those of you who've never used it, and I go over stat products a lot saying you either need a good moveset or with the high attack, or you need good defense and stamina and an overall stat product of at least 2,000. And Zangoose is 144 attack with an 87 defense, 122 stamina, and a 1539 overall stat product. So terrible, right? And Claw, close combat is fine. Non-stab for both of those. So that's why it's not a good Pokemon. It's more of just if you're going to use it for fun. No, 1 close combat, not even close to taking out a normal Drapion. only does 69 damage, 59% on a normal Drapion. So not even close. You do win the Drapion. Oh no, that's with a shield advantage. Never mind. How much does a crunch do to you? A crunch does 75 damage, 61.5%, right? That's why you need shields. That is why you need shields with, I know I won a good matchup there because I lost lead hard, but I wound up winning the matchup. But that's why you need shields with Zangoose, right? If you're going to run a 141 attack Pokemon with terrible defense and stamina and a terrible overall stat product and non-stab movesets that can get walled by fairies and stuff, yeah, you need you need shields because it is not great, but it is fun. I built it up in the previous, like one of my first seasons, had it for a long, long time. So I might as well play it once I hit Legend, right? Because what else am I supposed to do? So that's it. Thanks for watching. Yeah, this afternoon, we'll see. Probably one of my Ultra League teams. Yeah, it'll be one of my Ultra League teams. This afternoon, yeah, I'll be able to shoot one for this afternoon. Or maybe I'll save this afternoon and I'll go double on Monday. But then we may get that. You may or may not get an Ultra League team this afternoon. If you don't get it this afternoon, it's coming tomorrow 100%. Anyways, that is it. Thanks for watching. See you guys in the next one.